welcome Ildiko and Kabilo, who are going to be leading us through our spiritual communion service. A lot of you know Ildiko. She's been around for a few years with us, studying to be a minister in the IMP program, and this is her final year. And so we're very excited at this. Ildiko, you do beautiful meditations, so I'm sure this is going to be a lovely experience for all of us. And Kabilo, I did actually meet a few years ago. We did a mutual course. Kabilo's in Johannesburg in South Africa, is also a minister, assistant minister to his church in Unity. And I am hoping Kabilo might be a bit active with us and do some things, which would be lovely. We'd love to have your input. I was impressed when we connected before on our ministerial training class that we did. So I look forward to working with you some more.
Thank you, Kimerie, and thank you, Kabilo, for coming and joining me and supporting me with this lovely spiritual communion service. Before we start, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this service and how I imagined it to be. I would like this service to be contemplative and meditative. And I would like to invite you to really take this time to relax and really just allow yourself to move into this meditative and contemplative space with us. And I set it up in a way that we do mostly either listening to beautiful songs or meditate on different things that I will introduce them as we go along. And with that, I would like to invite Kabilo, my dear friend from South Africa, to start the service for us. Thank you so much.
I'm sending you lots of love from South Africa. I shared with my community that I will be joining your service, and they're sending their regards and blessings. What a pleasure it is to be with you today. And I'm truly blessed to be part of the service. I would like to start by doing an affirmation, really that sets the intention, that prepares the space, that unites us in terms of our intention this afternoon. And the affirmation goes as follows: celebrating my oneness with Spirit by living a life of choice, a life that is rooted in truth, wisdom, love, and abundance. So that is the intention that I'm setting for this day, that we will be aware of our oneness. We will be aware of our power to live a life of choice, a life that is rooted in peace, in wisdom, in love, and in a sense of wonder of what is seeking to express as each one of us. And with that, I just invite you to just maybe for a moment or so reflect on that affirmation. Thank you. Now, this is a period of Lent, and the period of Lent, I find it inspiring because it is a journey of going within. Unity uses Jesus the Christ as the great example. However, for today, my focus is to say, how is this period the journey of the within? What does it mean to myself as a being that is evolving, realizing who I truly am? So the Lent period is a period of doing inner work. It is a period of releasing and letting go. It is a period of being aware of our divine nature, this wisdom, this life, this presence that is expressing in this incarnation, what is seeking to express in this period of Lent. And what I shared with my church earlier was that I find that often we are going through a period of change and transformation. but we already know who we are. So we almost, and I'm making the example of South Africa. When South Africa shifted from apartheid into democracy, it shifted in terms of its character, but it continues to evolve. So what often happens is that as we are evolving, we realize that there is a place that we're trying to get to. And as we are going through that journey, it is important to give ourselves love, to give ourselves support, and to give ourselves patience to be able to keep on moving in the direction of our dreams and desires. But whilst we're doing that, it is also important to root ourselves and give thanks of where we are, the blessings of this day, the blessings of this situation, the challenges, the problems, and what Spirit is seeking to share with each one of us.
Thank you so much. It was such a lovely introduction, and I appreciate it, because it's really what this service is going to be about. And as we move into the service, I would like to invite you to light a candle. I don't have a physical candle. I only have a candle app, but whichever you prefer. And as you light that candle, I would like to invite you to remember that this light is a light that is within you too, within us all. This is our unique essence of who we are. And as we light this candle, we also connect with a deeper part of ourselves. We connect to the divine presence, to a higher consciousness that we often call the Christ consciousness within. I would like to tell you a little bit about the Lenten journey, my Lenten journey, and why I find it so important. And I agree so much with Cabello, as he said, that the Lenten journey is a journey of transformation, if we choose to use it for. This is the second year that I have been walking this journey, and really making it a day-to-day exercise for myself, not only reading the Lenten booklet, but really contemplating on everything that it says and reflecting on what it is that I am becoming aware of, and what it is that I can release and let go of. And I wanted to share with you that I also noticed that there is a pattern beyond the day-to-day messages and the different things that we are invited to let go of, or observe and see if there is something we would like to let go of. I also realize now that I have been doing it, second year in a row, that there's a deeper letting go happening on a greater level. That very often has a theme. And this year, for me, it is releasing control. One of the things that have been the most challenging for me over the years, even though I have been aware of this pattern, is to release that and really embrace God's guidance and the flow of life, really allowing myself to step back and stay in the silence and stay with the guidance, look for the connection, and allow myself to be guided. And that's my kind of revelation, of what I am becoming aware of. These 40 days, I believe, is an amazing opportunity for us all to really look at the different things that hinders us or blocks us from connecting even deeper to the divine presence. And it's not by accident that Unity invites us to meditate daily, to contemplate daily, to realize and become aware of these and let them go. release them. I'm going to play a pre-recorded meditation, and I would like to invite you that at the end we will stay in silence for a minute or two and allow ourselves to really move into that space where we can let go. Something may show up during the meditation that you really want to release and let go.
Let us pray together. I invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let go. Whatever tension you're holding in your body, just let it go. Whatever has been on your mind, just let it go. Just imagine a balloon lifting silently into the sky, carrying away all your troubles, worries, or fears. There is a power greater than ourselves, ready to accept whatever we release. Call it God, call it the principle of divine order, divine presence, call it faith that all is well. At this level of absolute, there is no concern. God's eyes are too pure to behold evil, said Habakkuk. When any troubling thoughts return to the human mind, just release them again. Remember that whatever the situation, it is being handled by forces more powerful and more loving than you can imagine. Any role you have to play will become clear. Just relax and trust. Just take a deep breath and let go.
I find that very often when I look at my own shortcomings, I find myself in judgment of myself. I notice that I have thoughts like, oh, I shouldn't have, or I should be, I could have. And all this takes me a place of disturbance. But this is not the idea behind releasing and let go. That's not the idea behind becoming aware and insightful of what stands between us and the divine presence, what hinders us from being in a deeper connection. When I find myself in that frame of mind, I try to remind myself of this beautiful story from the New Testament, Jesus' crucifixion. Probably some people wouldn't use the word beautiful, but it is beautiful for me because of what Jesus says. He says, "Today you will be with me in paradise."
Today you will be with me in paradise. Jesus said these words as a sign of complete forgiveness, reminding us that in forgiveness we enter the consciousness of loving. In forgiveness we are completely free to be one with the divine presence. As we release all hard feelings, grudges against anyone, even ourselves, we step into greater freedom as forgiveness brings us into the light, frees us and allows us to step closer into oneness with God. On the next in-breath and out-breath, we center ourselves in the divine presence. On each in-breath, we allow the light, the loving of the divine to hold us, embrace us, and lift us to a higher level of consciousness. As on the out-breath, we are willingly let go of anything that we hold against ourselves or anything or anybody. In a state of complete forgiveness, we release. And with that, we allow ourselves to be lifted even higher. As we breathe in and breathe out, as we release and allow ourselves to be lifted, we remember Jesus' kind words. Today, you will be with me in paradise. All is forgiven. You are forgiven. You are loved.
And with that, we finally arrived to the resurrection. So, what is the resurrection story about? What does it tell us? What does it remind us? Because the story is not somebody else's story. This is our own. This is happening inside of us, all of us who chose to be on this journey of unfolding. Jesus' story is the story of our own consciousness. As a result of letting go and forgiving, we find ourselves on a higher altitude, on a higher level of consciousness. We can find ourselves in greater oneness with the divine presence. But most of all, in greater loving within ourselves. As we listen to this beautiful song by Josh Groban, I would like to invite you to close your eyes and truly experience being lifted, being held, being loved. I'd like to thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for spending this time with me together. I hope you found the meditation and the songs uplifting, and as we are approaching Easter, you feel more connected to the season, to the Lenten season, and to the resurrection, that what Easter is truly about. And I wish you all well, and I wish you enjoy the few more days left from the Lenten season.
Thank you so much, Ildiko. I wanted to read words of affirmations here. It's 4 lines. And thank you so much for the powerful meditations, powerful reflections. The bit that I want to read says, I release all to God. I release all to Spirit. My spirit is peaceful and free. I open my mind to divine inspiration, and I follow my divine direction. I express the peace and love of my Christ Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Okay, well, bless you all. As you said, Ildiko, our Lenten journey continues, where we continue with our morning and evening Lent meditations and culminating with the Easter Sunday service. So bless you. Enjoy your afternoon, and I look forward to being with you again online soon.